Imagine earning $10,000 a month, but watching $3,000 of it vanish before it even hits your Wise account. According to the 2026 EY Global Mobility Barometer, cross-border tax compliance costs for remote workers have hit a record high. Yet a small group of six-figure earners is paying exactly zero. They aren't using complex offshore shells. They're just using geography. The era of the worldwide tax net is closing in. According to IMI Daily, as of May 5, 2026, Bolivia is suddenly the most relevant country on this list for three reasons: territorial tax, crypto banking, and a path to a Mercosur passport, News 2. Unlike 2025, when it was largely off the nomad radar, Bolivia's commitment to not taxing foreign-sourced income makes it a massive win for remote workers. If you're an entrepreneur using a U.S. LLC with no U.S. source income, your tax liability here remains zero. You're also tapping into the Mercosur network, which, heading into 2027, provides incredible regional mobility across South America. However, you must watch the new salary requirements. As reported by Fragaman on May 8, 2026, several nations are adjusting their minimum salary thresholds for residency. News 1. Watch this space. If the regional pattern holds, Bolivia will raise its income floor by Q1 2027. This isn't just a low-cost lifestyle play. It's a strategic entry into an emerging market that respects your digital assets. Bolivia is a rare combination of banking privacy and zero-tax crypto gains. The Caribbean once filled this role, but 2024 compliance overhauls closed that window. Paraguay remains the Switzerland of South America, for nomads pursuing FIRE via geo-arbitrage. 3.4. Under its territorial tax system, any income you earn from clients or employers outside of Paraguay is completely untaxed. This is a massive edge for U.S. citizens using the foreign earned income exclusion, which, as of 2024, allows you to exclude up to $126 to $500 of earned income. 5.6. By living in a low-cost, territorial tax country like Paraguay, you can effectively eliminate your federal tax bill on everything below that threshold. 17. However, heading into 2027, you must be careful about the Paraguay trap, where some service providers promise residency speeds they cannot deliver. As retail prices of imports rise globally due to tariffs, increasing by 7 percentage points recently according to the Tax Foundation, maintaining a low-tax home base is the only way to protect your purchasing power. News 3. Paraguay's low domestic costs help offset these global inflationary pressures. It's one of the few places where your Revolut or Wise card still feels like it has extra purchasing power compared to New York or London. 10.11. Panama is the veteran of the territorial tax world, but the rules are evolving as we approach 2027. According to the IRS, U.S. citizens must still report their worldwide income, but Panama's local 0% tax on foreign income simplifies the tax home requirement for the FEIE. 12.13. If you run a consulting business through a non-U.S. structure, Panama doesn't care how much you make from clients in the U.S. or Europe. This is the ultimate Plan B location. While other nations are cracking down, Panama remains remarkably stable. Global tariffs are pushing up the cost of imported goods everywhere, but as the Tax Foundation notes, maintaining a zero-tax home base is the only real hedge against purchasing power erosion. News 3. Smart nomads are using Panama as a fiscal hub, but keeping their actual living expenses low by staying in mid-term rentals instead of expensive hotels. This Goldilocks strategy for real estate, as Jeff Hurst explains, helps you avoid the regulatory headaches of short-term stays while benefiting from Panama's residency perks. 14.15. Tbilisi, Georgia, is where high-income nomads go to find the highest alpha in their personal finance. Georgia is a true territorial tax jurisdiction. For individuals, foreign source income is exempt from tax, making it a perfect fit for the $50,000 to $150,000 income bracket looking to achieve FIRE faster. 4.16. In 2026, the individual entrepreneur status still offers a 1% tax rate on turnover for many, which is practically zero for those with high margins. Based on data from Numbeo, the cost of living in Tbilisi allows you to save 70% or more of your income if you're earning in USD. 4.9. This accelerated savings rate is the core of the nomad finance strategy. However, moving into 2027, you need to manage your banking carefully. While Georgia was once a banking Wild West, AML and KYC protocols have tightened. You'll want to maintain your interactive broker's account for long-term investing, as local brokerage options are limited. 11.17. Georgia is also listed as a top livable country for untaxed crypto gains in 2026. making it a double win for the modern investor. News 5. Malaysia's territorial tax system has been the backbone of the MM2H and digital nomad programs for years. Unlike 2025, the 2026 landscape for Malaysia is much more focused on high earners. Recent changes to the residence program have raised the income floors, as the team at Nomad Capitalist has frequently highlighted. Despite these higher hurdles, the core benefit remains. Income earned outside Malaysia stays in your pocket. Keeping an extra 25% of your income by sidestepping local tax is a structural advantage that compounds every single year. Malaysia is also a primary contender in the livable countries with no crypto tax list for 2026. News 5. As you head toward 2027, Malaysia's role as a strategic hub in Southeast Asia becomes even more important. A stable, well-connected alternative for sophisticated nomads who want the benefits of a regional financial center without geographic overexposure. You can use Wise to manage your ringgit and USD balances with minimal friction, making this one of the most technically straightforward countries to operate from as a sophisticated nomad. 10. Thailand is a fascinating case of reform done right post-2024. The Revenue Department clarified its territorial tax rules. You are only taxed on foreign income if it is brought into Thailand in the same year it was earned. Sophisticated nomads are working around this by aging their money in offshore accounts like Revolut or Wise before bringing it in. 11. Heading into 2027, the LTR or long-term resident visa is the gold standard, but watch out for the minimum salary changes announced on May 8, 2026. News 1. Many countries are raising the bar for who they consider a valuable resident. Thailand remains a top choice for those earning 80,000 plus because it combines a world-class lifestyle with a legal path to paying zero tax on your remote work. China 18. Living in a country where your dollar stretches further is the most reliable way to protect your FIRE trajectory. And Thailand still delivers that. Just remember, if you spend more than 183 days there, you are a tax resident, and you must document your out-of-country income carefully. The United Arab Emirates is the ultimate zero-tax destination for the digital elite. While technically territorial, it functions as a total tax sanctuary for remote workers under its remote work visa. 1117. According to IMI Daily, the UAE is a premier location for untaxed crypto gains in 2026, which is why we're seeing a massive influx of Web3 founders. News 5. However, the 2026 geopolitical climate is a real factor here. As Al Jazeera reports, Iran's Strait of Hormuz protocol is being watched closely by all Gulf nations. News 4. While the UAE has built a fortress economy, these tensions can affect supply chains and the cost of imported luxury goods. Still, for a nomad earning $150,000 or more, the UAE offers a level of banking and legal infrastructure that frontier markets simply cannot match. 19. You can use an offshore LLC in the UAE to invoice global clients and pay yourself a salary that is 100% tax-free locally. Iki. As we head toward 2027, expect more minimum salary adjustments as the UAE continues to prioritize high-net-worth individuals over budget travelers. News 1. The era of easy geo-arbitrage is ending, but for the sophisticated nomad, the opportunities in 2026 are better than ever. If these 7 countries changed how you think about where you live, next week we're tackling the harder problem. The 3 banks that will actually let you bank as a nomad without freezing your account. That one's already queued up. Subscribe so you don't miss it. We drop a new high-level finance strategy every week.